Strike while the iron is hot is something Haval takes very seriously. A few months ago, we drove the new Haval Jolyon and we thoroughly enjoyed testing that car. And now we get to experience the new Haval H6, which is also another vehicle that is set to shake things up in the industry. So I'm not going to waste any time. I'm going to jump in and we're going to go for a drive. As we know, Haval has created a new platform which allows them to build various types of vehicles, and that platform is called Lemon. This is the second vehicle to come from the Lemon platform, and I'm happy to say that this car is definitely not a lemon. Normally we like to round up the review by talking about the price at the end, but straight off the bat, I'm going to tell you that this current car I'm in will cost you 419,000 Rand. This being the entry-level H6, this car is a 4x2. This car produces 150 kilowatts and 320 Newton meters, which is a lot of power for a car such as this. It's not immediate when it comes to its power delivery, but it's more than adequate for a crossover SUV. Haval did have one or two teething issues when their vehicles came into this country. One of those was fuel economy. So what I decided to do was reset the odometer myself and use these figures that I'm currently getting. Currently I'm sitting at an average of 8.9 liters per 100 kilometers, which is not bad considering the fact that we're driving in a neighborhood. I'm sure we can get those consumption figures to be much lower if we did a nice long drive out to, the Berg or to Durban or to Cape Town or wherever you go. If you look at this H6, it's a very good looking car on the outside, but a lot of that has got to do with the people that Haval has employed to get involved with these new products. For instance, Phil Simmons is the person that did a lot of work for Jaguar Land Rover. Cars like the Range Rover, the Velar, the Evoque were all designed by the same man who designed this vehicle that I'm currently driving. And that is why if you drive a car like this, on the road people will notice. It's got beautiful lines outside, it's got a large grille that says "look at me," and the whole car is designed in a way that is both tasteful, sophisticated, and at the same time it looks premium, even though it has a badge that you might not recognize at first. What interests me most about these Haval vehicles is just how they feel when you are driving them. Inside, it's quiet in the car, the ride quality is very good. In fact, you would actually sometimes want it to be a bit firmer in certain instances. But that being said, I took one or two corners at a good speed and the car didn't have a lot of body roll, which is something that you do experience when it comes to these mid-sized to slightly larger crossover vehicles. The seats are nice and comfortable, I'm in a nice driving position, but the actual qualities that are used to build this interior are actually also quite good. Yes, you can see plastics are used, but it's not those harsh, hard plastics that really sound terrible when you touch them. Instead, they feel quite soft and plush. Little things that I do like is the stitching that they've included in the vehicle here when it comes to the dashboard. The rest of the vehicle is finished off with a bit of piano black, and for those of you who are keen observers, you'll notice that there are a few borrowed designs from JLR. For instance, the switch that will operate your gear selection is one that I've seen before in a JLR product. I guess that's where we see Phil Simmons come in. One thing that makes this car feel very modern is the infotainment system that it uses, as well as this digital instrument cluster up front here. It also allows me to see things such as tire pressure monitoring and other safety systems that are equipped in this vehicle. For instance, depending on the spec that you've got in this vehicle, you've got lane keep assist, you've got adaptive cruise control, you've even got traffic sign recognition. In a segment saturated with tough competition, many brands have to work very hard to make sure that their cars stand out. Haval has chosen price as its biggest ally, but thank goodness they've got the quality to back it up as well.